I used to binge eat 7,000 calories in a single day, multiple times a week. In this video, I'm gonna tell you the story of how I turned my greatest enemy, my binge eating, that led me to gain over 80 pounds, into my greatest ally that led me to lose 65 pounds and find some peace in my body dysmorphia. But before we get to that, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching where I create a personalized plan for you and then hold you accountable through it, through video calls, through texting, and through just sharing my stories and mistakes, I was in your same place when I was reaching my own goals, and I made mistakes for years and years straight. I know how hard it is to start and maintain this healthy lifestyle. If you're interested, go to the top link in the description and book a call with me to see if we're a good fit. I remember the disgusting routine that led me to gain 80 pounds. I would come home from school, rush into my house, and find myself on the Domino's pizza app. They had this coupon where you could pay $6 for a medium 2-topping pizza and then another $6 for a brownie cookie cake. I would also order a 2-liter Coke because you can't just eat food without a drink, right? As soon as I clicked order, I would start constructing my perfect pleasure experience. What I was gonna be watching, what game I was gonna be playing, where I would sit, the plate, the napkin, the cup for the soda. The doorbell rings. I rush to the door, causing an earthquake with my big ass body. I open the door, grab the pizza, barely leave a tip, and close it before I can see the delivery guy's face. I was spending all my savings on this food and didn't have enough to tip properly. And before I even got back to my room, I had a slice in my mouth. The disgusting part of this starts when I get full. 4 slices of pizza and a couple pieces of the brownie cake. I'm completely full and satisfied. I already ate breakfast and lunch that day, so it kind of makes sense, right? It's not like this is the only thing I'm eating today. But I keep eating, slice after slice, brownie cake after brownie cake, cups of soda going down my throat. And then my stomach starts hurting. I actually feel pain in my stomach from the amount of food I was eating. But Sunny, why would you eat if you're full, if you're feeling this pain? Part of me needed to hide the food from my parents. I felt very shameful about it. Part of me needed to see the box empty. Like, I already started eating the pizza. I need to finish it. And part of me wanted that momentary gap of peace when the flavor hits my tongue, when the soda goes down my throat, when I feel like nothing matters. It distracted me from my problems, distracted me from my ambitions. It created a world for me where, at least in the moment, I felt no stress and no anxiety. Fast forward to the morning and I feel bloated, disgusting. I hate my life. So I would take action. I started researching how to lose weight, the perfect diet, the perfect exercises. I put it all in a document. What is the perfect thing I can do to lose weight right now? And I went hard that first day. I went to the gym. I lifted weights. I did cardio. I literally went on a run after eating 7,000 calories the previous night. I fasted for most of the day. I ate nothing except chicken and broccoli the entire day. I went to bed feeling like a god and then woke up feeling terrible. I was craving sugar and junk food. I was really hungry, and also my body was so sore. I felt so tired. And when I got back from school that day, I knew I needed to hit the gym. It was day 2 of the plan I made to lose the weight, to solve my pain. But I couldn't do it. I hated the way I felt. The hunger, the soreness, the cravings for sugar. I found myself on the Domino's app. I found myself eating. I found myself pushing past the point I was full. I found myself with my stomach hurting and my heart burning. I swear it was this back and forth. I did this cycle over and over and over again until I gained 80 pounds. I would look myself in the mirror every day, feeling more and more shameful about myself, and that just led me to eat even more. I went from being this lanky, pretty happy kid to being this resentful, obese, and shamed individual. I finally was able to lose the weight when I implemented the specific diet and lifestyle that used my binge eating tendency. But I had to learn one important lesson before it all came together. It's called starting so small that it pisses you off. If you're anything like me and you like to go to the extreme when you start something new, you'll do a crazy amount of weight and you'll put in 3 hours in the gym. You'll hit the treadmill and go till you're exhausted. You'll restrict yourself to barely eating anything to lose the weight. Whether it's in the gym, in your diet, in a new skill you're trying to get good at. If you find yourself putting everything you have into making this happen, spending as much time as possible, doing a lot of research. If that sounds like you, then you might be surprised that that extreme tendency you have is actually the reason that you're struggling to hit your goals. When you have this high expectation of yourself, your ego, you think you can jump ahead to the final boss. You think you're so capable. Why couldn't you do that extreme diet plan? Why can't you do that extreme extreme exercise plan. But I tried that for 3 years straight. Imagine me as a version of you who literally just kept thinking he was capable of doing it, went to the extreme, but actually didn't make any progress for 3 years straight. If I just started so small that it pissed me off and then used a diet that used my binge eating tendency, I would have lost the weight much quicker. So how do we actually start so small that it pisses us off? Let's say you've never been to the gym before, but you want to adopt it into your lifestyle. Instead of doing research, finding the perfect scientific split, finding the best thing you can do today to maximize your results, I want you to go to the gym and do whatever you want for 2 weeks straight. Literally walk in, and if you want to go hit bicep curls, go hit the bicep curls. If you want to go hit a machine, hit the machine. Like, don't worry about what you're doing. Just try to have fun in there. With the people that I coach and help to get into the gym consistently, they usually struggle with two main issues. The first is that they're waiting for perfect conditions. They want to know that they have months in front of them that they can dedicate to this routine, or they have the perfect split, or the perfect everything they can do once they get started. The other one is that they go way too hard at the start. They really want to hit the goal, and so they go way too extreme in that first workout or those first couple workouts. But if you start so small that you just go in and you have fun, you do a little of everything, you don't really care about what you're doing, I promise that you will 10x the likelihood that you're consistent in the gym. And the same can be applied for your diet. The diet and lifestyle that helped me lose 65 pounds is called intermittent fasting. It's a type of diet where you restrict your eating window. So instead of eating breakfast at 8 a.m., push that to 12 p.m. and then eat until 8 p.m. So you can see that you're eating for 8 hours and you're fasting for 16 hours. There are many health benefits to this fasting period that will help you lose weight faster and just be a healthier individual. But if you binge eat or you like eating large quantities of food, this can be a really perfect diet and lifestyle for you. I decided that I wanted to fast for 20 hours a day and eat for 4 hours. So that means that I would fast until 6 p.m. every single day and then eat until 10 p.m. But instead of doing what I used to do, how I wasted those 3 years, I started so small that it pissed me off. I was used to eating breakfast at 8 a.m. So as a small step, I pushed it to noon. I pushed it to 12 p.m. for my first meal. And I'm not gonna lie, there were days that I would still eat Domino's. There were days that I'd still eat breakfast at 8 a.m. But the general direction I was heading was progress. A few weeks later, I pushed it to 2 p.m. and I already started to see my weight drop. And again, this isn't some perfect story for me. There were days that I went back and I binge ate the Domino's, I binge ate the brownie cake. But when I would pick myself out of that, the next day when I felt bloated and disgusted, I knew that I had this game plan of just starting so small that would piss me off. Just push my fast to 12 p.m. again, then to 2 p.m. a week later. And over time, I would binge eat less and less, and the number going down on the scale would motivate me even more. After 4 months, I was able to push my fast to 6 p.m. Over the next few months, when I combined this with a really good gym routine, which I'll go over in another video, this was the zone where I was burning the most amount of fat. I was looking in the mirror and feeling proud of myself. I remember there was this one thing that really pissed me off, and it was I had a lot of fat on my boob, right? My man boob. And there was a second crease here on the side where another little bit of fat would push out because there was just so much fat in this area, right? And it would always piss me off that I'd see that crease and it would be like there was like 2 boobs on me, like I had 4 total. And that pissed me off so much every day. And when I finally saw in the mirror that disappeared, and I was still pretty fat, but it was just one big blob instead of 2. That made me so happy. Just a random side note. I dropped 65 pounds doing this lifestyle. And if you want help doing this for yourself, you want a personalized plan for your diet, your exercise, and you want someone to hold you accountable through video calls, through constant texting, go to the top link in the description and book a call with me, and let's see if we're a good fit. Thanks so much for watching. Hit the like, comment, and subscribe button so that we can push this message to more people so they can start losing weight, getting healthier, and being able to spend more time on this planet with their loved ones. And if you're looking to learn even more, watch this next video.